Hello everyone, myself Archana Varude. In last video of basic physics, we complete second subpoint of chapter number 2, that is magnetism. In today's video, we will start third subpoint, that is 2.3 current electricity. After watching this video, you will be able to understand how the electric current flows through the circuit. What is meant by electron current and conventional current? What are the directions of flow of current? What is the statement of Ohm's law? And what is meant by resistance? As water flows from higher level to lower level through a pipeline, electric current flows from higher electric potential to lower potential. When electric potential difference is applied to a conductor, that is, if battery is connected across a conductor, then charges start flowing in a particular direction. And when the charge flowing from one point to another point, on that basis there are two types of current. First is electron current, second is conventional current. This electron current is the current due to the flow of electrons. As we know the atomic structure, atom consists of centrally part called as nucleus. Nucleus consists of protons and neutrons, and electrons are revolving in different orbits. Electrons having negative charge, and in conductors, that electrons revolving in last orbit are called as valence electrons or free electrons, and these electrons are responsible for the conduction of current. Then this current flows externally from negative of battery supplied to the positive of battery. And second current is conventional current. The direction of flow of conventional current is opposite to the electron flow of current. That means it is opposite to electron current. As we seen that the direction of electron current from negative of battery supply to the positive of battery supply, and therefore the direction of conventional current flows from positive terminal to negative terminal. This diagram shows the direction of flow of conventional current as well as direction of flow of electron current. Here conventional current flows from positive of battery to the negative terminal, and electron current flows from negative terminal to the positive terminal. Then what is by electric current? If the two requirements of an electric circuit are met, then charge will flow through the external circuit. It is said that there is a current, that means there is a flow of charge. Using the word current in this context is to simplify, use it to say that something is happening in the wires. That means charge is moving. And when we see that current is flowing through the circuit, that means there is actually charges are moving from one point to another point. Yet current is a physical quantity that can be measured and expressed numerically. As a physical quantity, current is the rate at which charge flows past a point on a circuit. Or simply, the current is the ratio of quantity of charge and time. And therefore, from that we write current is equals to charge per unit time. And from that definition of electric current is, it is the flow of electric charge per unit time. The symbol of electric current is capital I, symbol for charge is Q, and symbol for time is T. Therefore, formula is I equals to Q upon T, where I means electric current, Q means electric charge, and T means time. Then we find the SI unit of current. Here formula is I equals to Q upon T. Therefore, first write the unit of charge, that is Coulomb, upon unit of time is second. Therefore, unit is Coulomb per second, and that unit is called as amperes and denoted by capital A. And from the definition of electric current, we write the formula I equals to Q upon T. But if there is a 1 Coulomb charge flowing in 1 second, then I equals to 1 ampere, that is 1 Coulomb upon 1 second. And therefore 1 ampere is defined as when charge of 1 Coulomb is passing through a point in 1 second, then current of 1 ampere is said to be flowing through the circuit. Then what is by Ohm's law? As we know that there are three types of solids: conductors, semiconductors and insulators. Conductors means called as good conducting materials. The materials through which electricity can pass easily called as good conducting materials. For example, copper. And if the physical state of that conductor remains same, that means if its length, area and temperature remains same, then the electric current flowing through a conductor is directly proportional to the potential difference across it. Potential difference means voltage. And from the statement of Ohm's law, we write I is directly proportional to V. That means electric current is directly proportional to potential difference, or you may write V is directly proportional to I. And when we take equal sign in next step, then consider any constant on right hand side. Therefore, equation becomes V equals to constant into I. And when I is taken on left hand side, equation becomes V upon I equals to constant. And that constant is called as resistance, and therefore R equals to V upon I. This is the circuit diagram to verify Ohm's law. Here battery is connected to the ammeter. Positive terminal of battery is connected to positive terminal of ammeter. Negative terminal of ammeter is connected to resistor, and one end of resistor is connected to negative terminal of battery, and across resistor voltmeter is connected parallel to the resistor. And as we know Ohm's law, that if the physical state of conductor remaining same, then as voltage increases, current also increases. And if we take the number of readings, then it is observed that as voltage increases, current also increases. But if the voltage is maximum, then current is also maximum. Then there is some limitation to flow the current, and the material which opposes the flow of that electric current through the circuit is called as resistance. It is the property of material due to which it opposes the flow of electric current passing through the circuit. And by using Ohm's law, V equals to IR, and therefore R equals to V upon I. And when we find the SI unit of resistance, first find the unit of voltage and unit of current. Unit of voltage is volts upon unit of current is ampere, and therefore unit is volts per ampere, that is also called as ohm, and therefore SI unit of resistance is ohm. And it is observed that if there is a low resistance, that means it is a good conductor of electricity. Examples are copper and iron. And if there is a high resistance, it means bad conductor of electricity. Examples are wood, plastic and rubber. And this photograph shows the different types of resistors. Now we solve some examples based on Ohm's law. First example is a current of 0.6 ampere flows through a resistance of 25 ohm. Calculate voltage across it. First write down the given values. First given value is current, electric current of 0.6 ampere. Therefore, I equals to 0.6 ampere. Second value is resistance and therefore R equals to 25 ohms. And we have to calculate voltage across it. That means find the value of V. Then by using Ohm's law, equation is V equals to IR. Therefore, V equals to 0.6 into 25 and final answer is 15 volts. Second example is a current of 0.8 ampere flows through a resistance. If battery of EMF 12 volt is connected across it, calculate the resistance. Here given values are I, that is electric current 0.8 ampere. Voltage of battery is 12 volt and we have to calculate the resistance. Then again use the Ohm's law equation, that is V equals to IR and therefore R equals to V upon I. When we put the values of V and I, we get R equals to 12 upon 0.8 and therefore final answer of R, that is resistance, is 15 ohms. Now we solve some MCQs on these topics. First question is Ohm's law is valid when temperature of conductor is. Options are not constant, constant, changing, none of these. And as we see the statement of Ohm's law, if the physical state of conductor remaining same, that means if its length, area and temperature remaining constant, then electric potential is directly proportional to electric current. And therefore, Ohm's law is valid when temperature of conductor remains constant. And therefore, option B is correct. Second question, the rate of flow of electric charge per unit time is called as. Options are electric current, resistance, Ohm's law, all of the above. And as we know the definition of electric current, from definition of electric current, it is defined as I equals to Q upon T. That means the rate of flow of electric charge per unit time is called as electric current. And therefore, correct option is A, electric current. Third question is, the formula of electric current is. Option first is I equals to Q upon T. Second option is I equals to T upon Q. Option C is both A and B. Option D is none of these. And as we know, the formula for electric current is charge per unit time. And therefore, correct option is A, I equals to Q upon T. Fourth question is, current 1 ampere is given by. Option A is 1 ampere equals to 1 coulomb upon second. Option B is 1 ampere equals to 1 second upon 1 coulomb. Option C is 1 ampere equals to 1 coulomb into 1 second. and option D is none of these. And as we know the formula for electric current, I equals to Q upon T, and when we put the value of charge is 1 coulomb and value of time is 1 second, then it gives electric current equal to 1 ampere, and therefore option A is correct, that is 1 ampere equals to 1 coulomb upon 1 second. Fifth question is SI unit of resistance is. Options are option A ampere, option B volts, option C is ohm, option D is none of these. We know the formula for resistance is V upon R, that is unit of resistance is volts per amperes, and it is also called as ohm, and therefore correct option is C, that is ohm. That's all about today's video. Thank you.